I have had multiple dates and girlfriends over the past few years. All of this was because I trained certain muscles of my face, which went me from looking like this to this, which made me go from one white stripe weekly to now having over 99 plus white swipes on just one of my dating apps, which has led me to going on countless of dates where I've even been making out inside of the forest. Therefore, in this video, I'll be going through the exact Looksmaxing techniques that made me go from this to this, so you can get the exact same results. Then maybe you will be able to make out inside of the forest as well, bro. And if you didn't know already, my name is Oliver and I help young guys become the most attractive version of themselves. And the best way to do so is by building an aesthetic physique. And if you don't know how to build an aesthetic physique, then I have just a solution for you. Just go down and click the top link in the description. All the details are there. So step number one, it's not genetics, it's habits. Change your habits will equal to a more attractive face. So there's a quick story that I want to tell you. So from a few years ago, I used to look so ugly. I had lost all hopes of my looks because I never could attract any women like all the popular guys in my class could do. They always got the most cute and the most hottest girls in the classroom, while I didn't even get attraction from the worst looking girls. Sometimes I was lucky that a girl would say that I was cute, but nothing that she was really interested in. All of this actually just happened because I had bad habits. Wrong tongue posture. I was too addicted with gaming, which made my posture all fucked up. Too much video gaming that had my eyes been looking like I've just seen a ghost. Most of my day would literally just be me looking at my fucking telephone screen. So literally when I'm laying in bed, I would be having one of my hands on the side and then I would just be watching like this. You can imagine if you do this repeatedly just on one side, your face will become asymmetrical. But of course, nobody taught me this when I was younger. And that's why I want to teach you these secrets. Because it's not just genetics. You have deliberately done habits that literally has fucked up your facial attractiveness. Let me, for example, ask you a question. Do you know exactly where the tongue should be inside of your mouth? Do you know what palate means? Do you know about heart mewing? Do you know about where you should put pressure with your tongue to actually make your jawline become more thicker and get more forward growth? That's exactly what I'm gonna teach you about in this video, so you can go from looking like this, like I did, like fucking shit, to now looking more attractive than ever. But before I teach you the exercises to actually get the same transformation as me, I want you to learn about mindset. You absolutely have to believe that this thing is possible, because if you don't think that it's possible to actually get this transformation, then it will not work. This is not a quick process. This will take at least 1 month for you to be able to see results. So that's why I want you to know for a fact that if you just keep on going every single day, you will see results. There was countless of times that I thought that I should just give up because nothing happened after 3 weeks. But all of a sudden, you will suddenly realize that sudden changes actually has happened to your face. That's why there's a quote that I want you to remember in this video. And that is, the person who says that he can't and can is both right. So you just have to choose which one that you want to be. And that's exactly why I would highly recommend you to subscribe to my channel, because this is exactly what I teach on this channel, how you can become the most attractive version of yourself, even though you have fucking shit genetics just like I had. So now the most important part of this video. Now that we know about the mindset, I want you to know exactly the exercises that you need to do to get the most attractive as possible. So there's a quick step that we need to do before we do the exercises, and that is to identify which part of our facial muscles or just part of our face that we need to improve on. The more honest that you are with yourself in this step, the better you can become looking. The better looking you will look like. So the example for me was my jawline. It was my hyoid bone. I will come into more of what these things are later on in this video. Then it was my eye area, and those were honestly the most important ones. So now that we have identified why we are ugly, we now have the solutions. So basically what we need to be doing to change this is, first of all, for example, by the eyes. If you have unattractive eyes, basically if you don't have the hunter eyes, it's because you haven't been training your eye muscles. You probably didn't know this, because I definitely didn't know that there was fucking muscles in your eye. Like in your eye area. And that's called the brachialis muscles. If you train the brachialis muscles, it would take your eyes from looking like this to this. I don't know if you can see it by my hair, but it's a way more like relaxed look. Then I talked about having the right tongue posture. Basically having your tongue placed right in your mouth. So basically you have what's called a palate. The palate is basically the upper roof of your mouth. You want to place your tongue on the middle part of the palate. When we place our tongue on the middle part of our palate and we put pressure upwards, we force our jaw and our skull to get forward growth. Just this hard mewing combined with something called the prayer, where you do this and you take your thumbs under your chin and then you just apply pressure upwards while you press downwards with your chin like this. That will make you get the forward growth. That's literally what transformed my jaw from looking like this to this. And getting more forward growth is one of the most important things that you can do for your facial attractiveness. Because in this modern area, you probably know everybody is fucking mouth breathing. Basically, mouth breathing is just the opposite of not having a correct tongue posture. And that's why everybody has this kind of face. And they have no fucking jawline definition. Then the last important step is actually to get rid of this stubborn skin or fat that you have here. So of course the best single way to do this is by training something called your hyoid bone. Your hyoid bone is what is responsible for you having that clean jaw. Like this. So basically the way that we train our hyoid bone is basically just to do front neck curls. You basically just want to curl your chin towards this area here, the hole that you have around your neck here. And then you just think about squeezing as much as possible with your front neck. This will train your hyoid bone and it will make you look so much more attractive. Basically now you probably have the question, but how can I fit in all of these exercises throughout the day? That's a question that I at least had. The way that I do it is that I have a night routine. Basically what I do on this night routine is just to get the habit of it, and that has literally still changed my fucking skull. And that is just by doing one set of each of these. So basically what I currently do is I do one set of training my eyes, where you put your index fingers up towards your corner of your eyes, then you just press upwards and then you just try to squint. Just do one set between, actually just go to failure. Usually this will happen around 20 to 30 reps. Then we want to do the prayer, because that gives the forward growth together with the hard mewing. So that's why we want to do one set of the prayer, and you do that to failure as well, which will be 20 to 30 reps. And then the hard mewing is actually where it becomes interesting, because this is where we get the most amount of results, because we can apply as much pressure as possible with our tongue. We basically want to do this every single time that we have the time to do it. So it could be you're in the bus, you're taking your bicycle, you're driving your car. That's when you want to do the hard mewing. But if you want to get a full routine where I tell you exactly step by step what to do, how to progressive overload, and all of these different things, then go down and have a look at the top link of the description. All the details are there. So step number 3, which is honestly the most important thing to actually change your facial attractiveness, but also just your physical appearance, because it is getting an aesthetic body. I'm not even kidding. My bones have literally fucking changed just because I went to the gym. It's like I have this more defined structures in my bones, and I have bigger and fuller bones. I don't know the science behind it, but you can try it yourself. It's literally so impressive how your skull literally looks more defined just because you go to the gym. Of course, it makes sense that when we get more leaner, that's when we have a more definition in our jawline, for example. But then I thought to myself, which body is actually the most attractive? Is it really the aesthetic body? Or is it the fucking dad bod? Or is it being a skinny skater guy? So that's why I texted 5 to 6 different girls which physique they actually found the most attractive between these 5 pictures. And guess what they said? They said the skinny guy, no, fuck no. They said, of course, the aesthetic physique, which was actually mine. Because among those 5 pictures, my physique was actually among them, and they didn't know. But it makes total sense, because if we take a look at this guy, which is me, and then this skinny guy, can you tell why the skinny guy isn't attractive and why I am attractive? Well, obviously the skinny guy, even though he would have a more better definition in his jawline, he doesn't look masculine, he doesn't look powerful. He wouldn't be able to basically protect his woman, which is what girls find so attractive. But now you may think, then why don't I just build as much muscle as possible so I just get masculine and powerful? That's when I want you to look at these two pictures now, which is mine and this guy, which is the strongest man on earth. He has the most amount of muscle possible. Why is he not attractive? And why am I more attractive than him? It's because there's different proportions. So for example, if you look at his waist, it's too big. It's almost the same size as his fucking shoulders. He basically doesn't have the 1.6 times shoulder to waist ratio, which is the most attractive amount of muscle that you can have. But there's other secrets as well, like training the 7 aesthetic muscles to actually achieve this physique that I have gotten. And that's exactly why I want you to really consider going down and clicking the top link of the description, because I have made a full workout plan and I have made a Looksmaxing guide so you can become the most attractive version of yourself. I know that it's scary to buy money, because I was like that as well. But since I have bought courses and actually learning about how to actually get these results, not only did I get results 10 times quicker, because I didn't have to go through learning the process myself, but also just because I could learn from somebody who has actually used 10 years of experience to actually learn about this. I have 4 years of experience, plus I have learned about other people's experience because I've been buying courses, I've been reading books about this. So I absolutely guarantee you, I will give you the best results possible. I will give you an aesthetic physique. The only thing that you just have to do is just go down and click the top link of the description. So I really hope that you got some value out of this video. I really thought to myself, what would make you the most attractive version of yourself? And this was my conclusion. And that's why, if you want to help me figure out what exactly content that you like to see the most, I would highly recommend you to go down and click subscribe to this channel so I can make more of this kind of content. So go watch this video over here if you want to become one step closer to getting your first girlfriend. Thanks for watching and having a wonderful day, bro. Mwah.